Tonight, part 2 of Ben McCormack's interview with Casey.
How do you feel about the boy that attacked you?
I feel sad for him because of what I did.
Do you think he deserved it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you can't just hit somebody and get away with it.
Today, Casey Heynes has the whole world talking.
I think it's great. I think it's bloody fantastic.
I think it's about time he stood up to himself and that kid got what he deserved.
I think he is a hero. Yes, he is, definitely.
Millions have been inspired by his courage and how, after years of torment and abuse, he finally stood up to a bully.
What was going through your mind as soon as it happened?
I was just trying to calm myself down and, I was just looking at him. I wasn't really thinking. I was just like, yay, finally, it's over.
Well, I thought he was a really brave kid and, you know, I really respect him for getting out there and talking about bullying because it's quite an issue at the moment with kids.
Everyone has something to say to Casey after last night's interview.
Well done, you're a legend.
Yeah, it's hard being bullied, so...
Yeah.
And I would have done the same thing, I'm not gonna lie.
Congratulations to him. So I hope it serves as an example to all those little rats out there that are picking on other people.
I actually thought what a kid with an enormous amount of class.
Yeah.
Jason Morrison from 2UE took calls all morning.
Massive reaction. It would be easily 99% of people in support of his actions.
It wasn't just here in Australia. Our story's been viewed around the world, and Casey's been flooded with messages of support. These are just some of them. From Lydia in England. Your father and sister should be very proud of you. Keep strong, Casey. From Luiz in Brazil. You are an inspiration. Don't let anyone put you down. Marina in Canada. You've become a beacon of hope for numerous individuals who are being bullied right now. Ulfa in Iceland. Well done, Casey. I send to you a Viking spirit. And this from Ian in the United States. 5,000 or 6,000 miles away, you've given this 42-year-old man hope.
Do you feel like you've become a hero?
Yeah, because so many people are looking up to me right now.
You're an icon for people who have been bullied at school. How does that make you feel?
Feels pretty good.
Why?
Because, as I said, I haven't had much support from anybody except for my family.
It's a hard thing to do, admitting to being a victim, describing the daily trauma of going to school.
Well, every time that I go, catch a bus, go to school, once I hit the school, I look everywhere. It doesn't matter, where I'm walking, I'm looking 180 degrees around me at all times.
What are you looking for?
Anybody who's coming up.
That must be a terrible way to live your life.
Yep.
I think going to school for some children is as bad as going to war.
Psychologist and bullying expert Evelyn Field says young people like Casey live in a constant state of fear.
We know it can affect them psychologically, like panic attacks, obsessive compulsive behaviours, social phobias, trauma, depression, and we know it also affects their self-esteem and how they think. In other words, it could affect their schoolwork, and it also affects how they relate. It stops them relating to other kids and having a normal social life at school.
She says for all the anti-bullying policies schools have in place, few appear to be solving the problem.
In watching the video, I felt really distressed that schools are still not protecting children. And we have to ask ourselves, what is going wrong?
There's no doubt that the video is disturbing. Not only the brutality dished out by 12-year-old Ritchard Gale, but also the shocking response from Casey.
We can't condone the violence, we can't condone him, body slamming that kid. God forbid if he had have landed on his head and fractured his skull or even worse killed him, Casey would be the worst person in the world.
Anti-bullying campaigner Brett Murray concedes that in this instance, Casey felt cornered, but believes violence should never be seen as the answer.
It's important that we don't glorify his actions because the danger is that there might be other kids going through similar situations thinking, wow, look at Casey, he's fought back, it's now been posted on YouTube, he's now the superstar, he's the hero.
There are some people that say that you shouldn't have done what you did, that you shouldn't have used violence. What do you say?
I say it was all in self-defence. Like, the kid hit me first.
Do you regret what you did?
Not really.
Would you recommend to other people who are being bullied to do what you did?
Not really.
What should they do?
Like, try Walker's way as much as you can. But if a fight does break out, it happens.
It's kind of easy to turn this into how dare the media, how dare the kid, gee, he shouldn't have reacted like that. That's the convenient thing to have. What about we have the discussion about how the hell did this go on for 3 years?
Have you been injured by bullies in the past?
Just a broken, piece of cartilage in here and a massive black eye.
How did they happen?
I was sitting in class doing my work. This kid just came out of nowhere. He hit me across the head. He hit me across the face and it broke right in front, in here.
What did the school say?
Well, just write an incident report.
So you wrote an incident report. What happened to the other kid?
He got suspended and he came back and pushed me around again.
So this just goes on and on and on?
Yeah.
Casey says the school asks him to fill out a statement every time he's bullied.
How many bullying statements have you made at your school?
It's about 60, 70 statements.
Has the school done anything to stop these people?
They just suspend the other people and then they come back and they do it again.
Have you been up to the school?
Oh, we've had parent-teacher meetings and all that before, yeah.
What sort of attitude do you get from the school?
It's basically the child's fault. That's the attitude I got. He has to learn to live with it, be a man up, whatever.
Do you want him to go back to the school?
I don't think so, no, I don't want him going back there.
Why not?
It's not a safe place for him. It's not safe there.
Even after this incident?
I believe so.
If this boy wants to apologise to you, will you accept his apology?
No, because it's just going to happen again. It just doesn't really mean anything because he might just get his friends onto me anyway.
Let's stop suspending people and then getting the kids back into the face of the bullies and rubbing their faces in it. Let's actually start taking some action against it.
Schools need to do more, parents need to do more, and we've got to give children the skills to block bullies themselves.
Psychologist Evelyn Field says there are techniques children can learn to break the bullying cycle.
Not showing your fear or anger to a bully, not giving them what they want, not reacting.
Sometimes, she says, parents are left with no option but to switch schools. As for Casey, his future's unclear. He says he's looking forward to the day that he can put the bullying behind him and go to TAFE.
Do you want to go back to school?
No, not really.
Why not?
Because it's just going to start all over again. It's just going to keep going.
He's such an impressive young boy, and sadly, they are the ones that the bullies tend to target. If you or someone you know has been subjected to bullying, the Kids Helpline is a great support network. The number is 1-800 55 1800.